Good morning from Sweden. Today is the 26th of January 2026 and this is this morning's morning reflection with I Ching. I hope you are well and I'm happy to have you here. So this is not a prediction, this is a overview of the energies currently, and is to be used for reflection only, and a gentle guide on how to navigate the energies best today. I really do hope you are well today. This is the beginning of a new week and I can feel the change in the air. Anyway, let's start by grounding ourselves in the present moment, releasing old stagnant energies and just bring us in here and now. Okay, so start by emptying your lungs fully. And then breathe in to the stomach. Fresh chi, fresh air, and then breathe out through a pinhole through your lips. Releasing all stagnant energy, stagnant air, stagnant thoughts, the past. And another breath in through the stomach, fresh chi, fresh air, the present moment. And breathe out through a pinhole through your lips, just releasing. And then one last breath into the stomach, filling the stomach, sides, the back, all the way, and then all the way up to the lungs. And then breathe out, releasing. And then continue breathing in and out through the nose. Allowing the stomach to expand for each breath in and out. Breathing normally now. Focusing a few seconds on your breath. On the movement of your stomach. This is the only moment that exists. The here and now. So let's start. So how does the hexagram want to move me today? What are the energies like and how do we best navigate them today? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake. So let's see. So we've got thunder. Thunder we had yesterday as well, but we had thunder above and now we got thunder below. And it looks like this. Thunder. So shaking up the ground a little bit underneath our feet. Some action, not necessarily a bad thing. We've got a solid line right at the bottom in the correct place and then followed by a yielding line in the correct place. So let's see what we get. How does the hexagram want to move me today? And what are the energies like and how do we best navigate them? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, a mountain, lake. So which takes us to mountain. And it looks like that. So we're still a lot more yin energy than yang energy, but the yang is coming in here. And so this is starting with the with a strong solid line followed by yielding lines, and then there's a strong solid line. So it's almost like I wonder if it's like a mouth, or it's, anyway, we've got support from above and from below, and then lots of nourishment in the middle, the yielding. So let's have a look. So this one is called Zen, and then again, and then let's find out which is our changing line. What is the energy that's most prevalent in this particular hexagram, and what is it changing into? Where are we precisely in the process of this energy and this hexagram? So let's do that. So it's the second yielding is turning into a yang line. So we got more yin. So we got again mountain above lake. And then let's have a look and see what it's changing into. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's all responding, which is earth. So very earthy energies lately. Okay, yesterday it was very earthy. Today it's got mountain, which is very stable energy. However, we've got some action below here with the thunder, and then lake for nourishment, and responding is underneath here. It's what we're not in that energy as much as just bubbling underneath the surface, and it's here obviously affecting us as well, but in a much more gentle way, and talking more about what could exist or does exist, or what we're moving into, in a sense. I don't know how to explain it. This is more what we're moving into. Let's have a look. So this is kun, kun, kun. So let's have a look at exactly what we got. So we got again, then 27, 27. And then we got again, 3, 41. And then we got, so we know this already, kun. And then kun, which is number 2, right? Which is responding. It's the second hexagram in the I Ching, starting with initiating, which is all yang, and then followed by responding, which is all yin. Okay, so let's have a look at 27. Nourishing, yeah. Today I feel like we need to be very selfish. Don't deplete ourselves. Oh, this is what I say. Originally, yi denoted the chin, the lower jaw. Later, its meaning was extended to include nourishing to keeping fit. Nourishing to keeping fit, yeah. So this is a mouth eat, to eat. Okay, when things are accumulating in great amount, nourishing becomes available. Okay, now is the time to slow down. Okay, it's been intense, but now we're being guided to slow down, to really, we've been guided all along to nourish ourselves, but it's been more to sort of being, not to decreasing, not to completely burn ourselves out, as whilst we've been cutting away the old and sort of changing direction and leaving things behind, and it's been like quite a journey. But now it's asking for decreasing here. Okay, so it's the decreasing the young lion is taking over the yin here. So it's decreasing, which means we're slowing down to nourish. This is the energy I get. And also to responding, which is a very it's a very receiving energy, which is respond to things, okay? So this is the general energy I get to this. It's time now to slow down. We need to start to take a break. This is the time when we're allowed to take a break because we actually done the main work. Not saying that there won't be more tough times ahead on our journey. I'm sure there will be, because that's life. And we're not quite out of the woods with this cycle, I think, with the old cycle. But we have made some decisions that are taking us forward in a different direction. And we really have been pounded into taking those steps. The universe, see here, we got earth, nourishing, which is earth. I'm going to see what the Chinese name is. Yi, nourishing. Yi, supposed to be a Y, sorry. Oh, good. Yi, and then that's earth. And decreasing, 41. Is earth, and responding is, of course, earth. It's all earth, 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 earth. It's just earth, earth, and earth. So today we're returning to Mother Earth. We are allowing Mother Earth to wrap her arms around us, to bring us food, to look after ourselves. There's no more need to struggle or push forward, because we have made so many great strides forward, and now we are tired and we need to rest. And this is the time for rest, really, to recuperate, because we need to start building strength for the creative action that's coming ahead. Okay, let's have a look at the decision. So, nourishing, being steadfast and upright, good fortune. Watch your nourishment. Pay attention what is in your mouth. So now it's the time to eat well. Eat well, not just eat any old food. So you need to eat well. Go out and practice Qigong or yoga or something to nourish your body and get the energy flows going, because everything has been so intense, and then things tend to stagnate and rise and just create tightness. So you need to get things, the energy moving in the body again, and then nourish ourselves. Nourishing, steadfast and upright, good fortune. So it means that remain forward, yes, do. Steadfast and upright, remain truthfully you, that's good fortune. But when nourishing is right, good fortune comes. So now it's time to rest, definitely. Watching how you nourish others. It is to watch what you provide nourishment for. Paying attention to what is in your mouth. It is to pay attention to how you nourish yourself. So there's more than just food. It's the spirit as well, and the body, speech, and mind, right? Nourish your mind correctly. Nourish, because when you nourish your mind and you nourish your spirit, your words will be correct as well, not full of anger and hatred. So watching how you nourish others, okay? This is how are you behaving? Who are you in this context? Are you loving? Are you providing? It is to watch what you provide nourishment for. Yeah, so what are you providing? What are you giving? What is your offer? Very important, okay? Is it love or is it hatred? Paying attention to what is in your mouth, it's to pay attention how to nourish yourself, okay? So what you take in is what you give out. If you take in hateful words, you listen to hateful content on Instagram or social media, then this is what you are going to provide as well, right? If you're listening to angry, hateful people, then this is what you take in, and this is who you're going to become, and this is what you are going to provide for others. It just spreads, right? So you need to make sure you listen to loving voices, strong, loving voices who are preaching correctness, who are preaching love and generosity and inclusivity of everyone, no matter what background they have, whether they're man, woman, child, black, white, Asian, doesn't matter, right? We are all one, we're all the same, it's just exterior. We are all the same, and we all need love to thrive, okay? But this is what you take in is what you give out. So very important. What are you taking in? Physical food, thoughts, patterns, thoughts. Make sure you take in what's good. Heaven and earth nourish all beings. The holy sages nourish the virtues, and thus reach all. Great indeed is nourishing in its time. Yeah, the holy sages nourish the virtues, and thus reach all. Yeah. This is a time to be loving and to nourish yourself with love, and great organic food would be wonderful. Commentary on the symbol: thunder beneath mountain, an image of nourishing. In correspondence with this, the superior person is careful of his words and moderate in eating and drinking. Okay? Careful, yeah, this is exactly what I said, right? So be careful with your words, but your words comes from your thoughts. So if your thoughts are toxic, then, or angry, or upset, or whatever, this is what you're going to provide for others. Quite simple, actually. Let's have a look at this one. Filling with food, warming with clothes, living leisurely without learning. It is little short of animals, okay? In ancient times, the Chinese concept of nourishing included nurturing, especially nurturing one's virtue. Yeah, so this is all aspects of nourishing yourself so that you can nourish others, okay? Body, speech, mind need to be, actions from the body needs to be kind, speech needs to be kind, and the mind needs to be kind. So it starts with the mind. And then the spirit, if the spirit is united within oneself and pure, and we live from our spirit, our pure inner spirit, then our thoughts, body, our actions from the body will be kind, speech and mind as well. So let's look at the changing line, which is the second 6. Turning upside down, seeking nourishment. Contrary to normal, from the hill, seeking nourishment. Moving forward, misfortune. Second 6, moving forward, misfortune. Moving forward without friend support. Okay, so this is the time for stillness. We're not moving forward at this point. We need to, like yesterday we had delight, which was talking about multitude. Again, the day before we had multitude, but having a multitude of people around us, gathering people around us, a multitude of people and friends, making sure we have good people around us before we start moving forward and doing something. But then when we're doing that, we need to move forward with delight in our heart. Because life is, actually it should be a joy without all this suffering. Suffering we create ourselves, the humankind is very good at creating suffering. And we can stop this suffering for ourselves, but then we have to cultivate ourselves, our mind, to stop the suffering, because all suffering comes from within. Although if somebody slaps you, then that's going to hurt. You know, I'm not saying that people cannot be bad, but like the suffering, if you keep on being angry about somebody being horrible to you, somebody's being terrible to you, and then you keep on being angry about this for years and years and years, then that suffering you created because you're not letting go of it. Somebody was horrible and then that ended and you continue with life, then that's in the past. But somebody's horrible, you bring this with you year in, year out, year in, and just dwelling on it and just bring this with you. Keep on, this suffering keeps on going, okay? So this is where we are in charge of our suffering and how to end it. Although it was somebody else's who actually did something to us that wasn't kind, okay? So responding, the yielding line at the second place represents a person who cannot live independently. At first, she seeks nourishment from the one below at this bottom line. They are compatible yin and yang. Yet seeking nourishment from a person below is contrary to what is normal. Then she tries to seek nourishment from the one above at the top place. They are also complementary yin and yang, but the one at the uppermost place is too high to reach. They do not correspond with each other. It is like seeking nourishment from a hill while staying on the plain. Not realistic. It is better to be independent. Okay. Don't look for approval, I think this is saying. You don't need that. And you don't need people to do things for you. Okay, you are strong and independent. I'm not saying you shouldn't have friends around you. You should definitely have friends around you and people who are like you and people who are inspiring you in a kind-hearted way. Definitely surround yourself with that because that brings nourishment as well and joy. But you need to be able to not go around and look for somebody who's doing things for you, who's going to protect you, who's going to save you, because that's just going to drain you. And to be honest, there's only one person on the planet that truly looks after you and really truly should look after you, and it's you. Because everyone else has got their own thing they need to look after. Not saying that you don't look after others, but not until you look after yourself and being independent and strong can you help others as well. And then also, can you also receive love? It becomes so desperate when we keep on going, oh, please see me, please see me, please see me, please see me. Oh, help me, and constantly become so desperate. And actually the energy becomes the opposite. We keep on pushing away instead of receiving this support that we are. So our action becomes counterproductive when we have this believing that we cannot look after ourselves, that we need other people to do things and to approve of us, right? Constantly looking for approval with other people. That's just draining. It does not support you in any way. You are good enough just the way you are. You're absolutely perfect. So you don't need approval from other people, okay? Just live your life, nourish your mind, your spirit and your mind, and then your actions become loving and strong. Yep, boundaries are very important. We're not talking about somebody who's being walked all over here. This is a strong, loving person, compassionate person. And this is you, in essence, right? And you are strong, you can do this. Definitely. Okay, decreasing. Let's move into decreasing, get a little bit more information about that one. Sun means decreasing, losing or damaging. Relieving continues to excess. Surely something is to be lost. Thus, after relief, decreasing follows. Let's have a look at the decision. Decreasing, being sincere and truthful, supreme good fortune, no fault. Appropriate to be steadfast and upright, favorable to have somewhere to go. How is it to be used? 2 bamboo trays can be used for offering. Okay. Decreasing, so we don't need an awful lot in life, right? We think we collect things. We collect things. We think we need all these things, and it's very, actually, I am going through I am getting rid of my things. And this has been a process over many years. I had a bigger apartment. It was a 3-bedroom apartment. And I sold it. And with that, I moved into a smaller apartment. And this is only supposed to be temporary. And I'm moving out of this one now in about a month, a little over a month. And then, so I had to get rid of things. And in that apartment, it also came with lots of storage, and this one didn't. So I had to get rid of lots of things. And there's some grief in that, because you have attachment to things. But then, so I released that, and it's actually, the whole energy around you becomes clearer. But now when I'm moving out of this, I'm moving into a more, I'm not going to be staying permanently in one place for long, actually. So I'm just moving into a digital nomad mode now. I'm not going to have like a permanent home for a while. I will eventually. So now I have to get rid of essentially all my things. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm decreasing my belongings. Because, do you know what? It's actually quite refreshing. Although I've gone through, oh, I need this. But we don't. We don't need all these things that we have. I realize I've got cupboards full of things that I never do anything with. So I'm asking my friends, do you want this? I'm asking my parents, I'm asking everyone around, do you want this? And I'm giving it away. And to charity as well. And I'm selling. And I'm getting rid of things. And it's really, it's like you can feel the energy around just becoming more and more full. It's like there's more room for the energy. It's not just lots of things. And it means being sincere and truthful. Yes, follow your heart, right? Always. And then, so supreme good fortune, no fault, supreme good fortune. This is good, right? So at the moment, decreasing and just releasing, but keep what you need. So I'm being very selective. I've got some little things that are reminders. I got a little bit of schoolwork for my son when he was little, and little things that when I look at them and they remind me of, but I'm not keeping all of it, but I'm keeping some things. And actually my son was here over Christmas and he helped me select what I should keep, him and his lovely girlfriend as well. And then, so I'm decreasing, and now I'm just keeping the absolute essential things. And that is actually feeling. And why am I talking about that? It's favorable to have somewhere to go, so make a movement. So we're doing things, right, at the moment. We are still taking action, although we're getting nourishment. We're slowing down in a sense, right? How is this to be used? 2 bamboo trays can be used for offering. Okay, in the olden days, I think they used to use, when they did offerings at the temple, they used to use 8 bamboo trays. But 2 bamboo trays can be used for offering. I'm sorry if you heard my stomach there. 2 bamboo trays, it means that you don't need that much, okay? 2 bamboo trays is perfectly fine. Just a little bit, yeah? This is your offering. As long as your heart sincere and truthful, as long as your heart is sincere and your offering is your kindness and your compassion and whatever is your gift to the world to help this world that's in turmoil at the moment, okay? That is enough. That's your offering. You don't need all these things, okay? And then we're moving in to responding, which is there's a lot of text in this one. So I'm going to learn this one a lot better. But let's have a look at the decision on responding. So responding sublimely, prosperous and smooth, favorable with a mere steadfastness. Superior person has somewhere to go. Predetermining loses. Following obtains a master. Favorable in the southwest, gets friends. In the northeast, lose friends. Be composed and content, being steadfast and upright, good fortune. Let's see. Let's do the commentary on the decision as well. I need to understand this. I don't really understand the northeast and the southwest here. It's different. We'll see if we can get more information here. And please remember that I'm a student of the I Ching, so I'm learning with you here, okay? Perfect in responding's greatness. It brings birth to all beings and expects the source from heaven. Okay, so what it's talking about here, so the first hexagram in the I Ching is initiating, so it's like the seed. But then we're coming into responding, which is like a initiating, which is all yang line is a very male, very masculine energy, and responding, which is all yin lines, is very female energy. And with initiating, like the male gives the seed, one part of the seed at least, to the female, and she gives birth, right? So it brings birth to all beings. So this is where we are in the beginning, about to give birth here. So the actual, the big bang has happened. But now through nourishment, which is earth, right? We are bringing life to heaven and accepts the source from heaven, okay? Responding in its richness sustains all beings. Its virtue is in harmony without limit. Its capacity is wide, its brightness is great. Through it, all beings attain their full development. A mare is a creature of earthly kind. Its moving on earth is boundless, yielding and submissive, adventurous and steadfast. So a mare is more reliable and strong and can go further. You know, this is the way I see it. There might be a different interpretation in the I Ching, but the way I see it right now, because I can't go into all the text here, is that it's so a mare is a creature of earthly kind, and moving with earth is boundless, yielding and submissive, adventurous and steadfast. Like a female energy is more long lasting. A male energy is more forceful and in the moment, but hasn't got the strength of a long time, while a female energy has got it goes, it remains with the time. It keeps on going and going and going, but it's so less forceful, but more long running. Actually, they've done this. They've looked at marathon runners and who is the fastest with the male and female, and the longer the race is, the faster the female marathon runners are. So we were coming up to like 100 kilometers and things. Then female runners are much faster because they last longer, okay? And the same thing, like a mother's love and mother's energy must just remain and keep going, doesn't matter what happens, right? She needs to nourish her child, look after her child, okay? The superior person comprehends her way of life. Taking the lead brings confusion. She loses the way. Following and responsive, she finds the normal course, okay? So now is not the time to rush forward as a leader. Responding, this energy is more a following. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that we are any slaves in any way, sort of. You know, that's not what it means, right? But right now we're not taking the lead and breaking ground. We are responding to what we have at the moment, and we're nourishing ourselves, okay? And we are playing the long game, right? Now it's not a great burst of energy to go in and slay dragons or do things. We're playing the long game right now, so we are going slowly. So following and responsive, she finds the normal course. Find friends in the southwest. Proceed with people of the same kind. This could have something to do with King Wen, or something. They had some friendly tribe in the southwest, quite possibly. Proceed with people of the same kind. Lose friends in the northeast. In the end, congratulations will arrive. Okay. So in the northeast, we don't have friends. Good fortune comes from resting in steadfastness. It corresponds with the boundless capacity of earth. It corresponds with the boundless capacity of earth. It doesn't end, right? It just keeps on giving and giving and giving. And despite the fact what we're doing to this planet is just terrible, but it still keeps on going, and it's just boundless and it's just endless. It's this energy that just keeps on going. Not forceful, not very, 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 very strong, but just endless giving and giving. So this is the reading of today. I hope it was a benefit to you, and I hoping that I'll see you again, and wishing you a beautiful day today.